Welcome back. And welcome back to you, especially.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for joining. It's always a pleasure to have you here. The rock star, Community Activities and Library Director Extraordinaire.
I'm happy to be here and talk about
I'm going to
all
get
the
your
fun
head
things.
so big that you won't be able to get out the door. You'll have to wait until it kind of the swelling goes down. So how was your car week hangover?
Fairly minimal.
Oh, really?
And yeah, one of the reasons for that is that our car week events went so smoothly. Our event organizers were really on it.
Yeah.
Easy load in, easy load out. This year was our first year of kind of smaller events throughout the week, and it went really well. Both I and the event organizers are looking forward to next year, and in some places expanding the size of the events as people get their sea legs, because, you know, I think we all understand that there's been a gap with the Tuesday and Thursday events going on, and I think that we have a real opportunity to build with our event organizers to grow some of the events, just like CODA grew when it first started, and I'm really looking forward to the next few years of Car Week.
That's great. Yeah, I would definitely say the curated events this year, and I've been preaching it all week, were really well done. And thanks goes to you and Leslie and Margie Prody came back, and the event organizers and the PD and the Public Works and everybody else. But the private events had their own security. It was, again, the noise level wasn't excessive. People weren't doing odd things with their cars. It was just really, really well done. So thank you for that. And thank you for working so closely with those people. So, and then we're going to have a debrief. You have a survey.
Yes, I do. So we'll be going live with a survey today, just as we did last year. We'll have a survey for the community, business owners, homeowners, visitors, everybody who was around during Car Week and has some thoughts about it. Because the police chief and I will be doing an after action in October. We did the same thing last year, so that we can incorporate those comments and thoughts into our after action, hear even more comments and thoughts at the city council meeting here with the council, the mayor. Think about that so that we can come back in the springtime and do a report out on what the plan is for Car Week, well in advance of that August month, so the community knows what to expect and we have those logistical things all worked out.
Right. Yeah, I think it was good communication with the community this year vis-a-vis the pamphlet that was produced, again, by your office, Visit Carmel, the chamber. And so that got out. But again, some of the people who received citations and parking tickets obviously didn't get the news. So I don't know what venue we can use to get them information about coming here and visiting in a respectful manner. But because we did get some concerns from residents and visitors. And, actually, Mr. Barron, Councilmember Barron told me, because I was talking about the safety of the community, and he said, you're right, Chip, we have to be conscientious and prepare for the safety of our residents. But you also have an obligation to make sure our visitors are safe. And that really resonated with me. Mm-hmm. So that's something that I'll build into our repertoire.
Yeah, and again, I think that the earlier we start, the better. So for me, as soon as the holidays are over, I'm in Car Week mode, budget mode and Car Week mode. Right. We're starting to plan because I know the event organizers, and talked to some of them during our debriefs earlier this week. They're already planning for next Car Week because these events, even if they're small, are labor intensive, and the communication with them is key. So this year, I think this upcoming year for 2024 will be much better about getting messaging out earlier to both the visitor community and our residents and business owners.
Well done. Thank you again. Thank you so much. You're talking, so why don't you just finish? Why don't you just do your other items, and then we'll jump into the boring stuff that I have.
That sounds good. Okay, so community activities and library, things that are coming up. Next Wednesday, August the 30th, there's the Home Crafters Jurying from 10 to 6 at the Carmel Women's Club. So if you know any crafters who are interested in participating in the Home Crafters Marketplace in November, send them our way. Following that, we'll have on Saturday, September 16th, Sandcastle Contest, one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. Come say hi to me and the AIA, the Architects of Monterey Bay. We'll be down there seeing all the castles being built, having a few tasty bribes. It'll be really fun. On September 21st, that's our third Thursday for the Farmers Market. Another fun evening of music and food and, just a real community feel. And that will be followed by the homecoming parade on Friday the 22nd. So we're hoping to add a little homecoming spice to the third Thursday this year. And then this for September, we're trying a new thing, and it's called Good Neighbors Week. So September the 28th, which is Thursday, is National Good Neighbors Day. And so we decided to adopt this and incorporate it in and put out some messaging. There's some things on our website, ideas of how to connect with your neighbors. I know there's some neighborhoods, some streets that have a lot of second homeowners, so some ideas about how you can connect with those second homeowners, but also the residents that are on your street. And and I think we've really changed things since the pandemic, where neighbors really have gotten to know each other better, which is a good outcome of a terrible situation. And that Good Neighbors Week will culminate in Community Day, which is something we did last year, where we have our community groups and nonprofits and volunteer opportunities all gathered together in Devendorf Park, so that people who are new to town looking to get involved and make friends can meet all of us who do all the things for the community. So I'm really looking forward to Community Day. And then hopefully, Chip, I will be invited back so I can talk about October, November, and December, because we have a lot of things going on those months. We're in the thick of it.
The thick of the season, exactly. Well, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Community Day. Was just wonderful. And again, I think, with the update that you and Tom Ford did to the website for volunteer opportunities, that page, and then always making sure we reach out. And one of the things that I've talked about, because my wife's doing it in St. Helena, is this notion of a citizens academy, where again we do have we have a lot of people who are involved in the community, but where do they go if they want to learn about local government, if they want to eventually serve on a board or commission or run for council? So, what do the different departments do? So I think that might be something that I'll be building into my annual evaluation with the council that's coming up here. And maybe it's one of the goals, but again, a short course, 6 or 8 weeks, a couple hours a week, to talk about what the city does and, quite frankly, what we don't do. And I think it dovetails with community.
It does, absolutely.
Well. So, in other news, thanks to the Planning Commission and members of the community and Brandon and staff for the draft wireless telecommunications ordinance that was approved on Wednesday night. The days are blending together. I think it was Wednesday night. That item will be heard by the City Council on the 12th of September. So that'll be first reading for the council. And then we've got other items on the 12th. We have direction on the traffic and parking management program, a general plan amendment request for the Pine Inn parking lot, that weird isolated little parking lot adjacent to the Pine Inn, or across the street from the Pine Inn, and review of an HRB decision at Dolores and 7th. And so it's a full meeting. It'll be a good meeting, a lot of good policy topics, a lot of good opportunities for the public to come and share their thoughts with us. And then just a reminder, we do have our special city council meeting next Wednesday, the 30th at 10 a.m., Carpenter Hall?
Carpenter Hall.
And that's where we talk about the city council strategic priority projects. And again, this is an opportunity for people to come and say, you're focusing on this, I'd like you to focus on that. And the council and the community will receive an update. So we do have an agenda report that was produced a couple days ago that gives an update, kind of a percentage done, and with some wording. And then we'll talk about each of the topics.
Right, and it's front and center up on the city's homepage right now. So if you want to read those, they're up there, and take a look.
Yeah, it's a nice little matrix. It's evolved as well.
Yes.
And gotten better, easier to read. So, well, again, I'm very grateful that you came down to join me.
Thank you for inviting me.
Have a good weekend with your grandma. What's your grandma's name?
My grandmother's name is Marie. She's wonderful. Hi, Grandma.
Yeah, hi, Grandma. And have a good time with Ashley this weekend. It's ironic, she's the same age as my mother.
It is.
But it's your grandmother.
But it's my grandmother.
So I always thought we were pretty much the same age. So.
I mean, pretty much, yes.
All right, we should probably end this now. All right.
Thank you.
Take good care.
Have a good weekend.